Britain currently imports 42% of its food, the highest figure for half a century. Does that bother you? If opinion polls are right, it probably does. We value self-sufficiency in food much more than in other goods. But Britain actually stopped being self-sufficient in food in the 18th century, and by the 1960s, most of the world had followed suit. Hunger and starvation now only happens as a consequence of war, and in states that have not made this move towards buying food at world prices from dispersed suppliers. Take North Korea, which pursues self-reliance as the supreme goal of economic policy. The totalitarian state is vulnerable to localized disruption and bad weather. Sadly, hunger, starvation, and reliance on foods like fake meat is widespread. Pyongyang says 70% of North Koreans still use the state's central distribution system as their main source of food. That's the same number of North Koreans the UN estimates are food insecure. But there is, of course, an unregulated black market in food. Contrast this with Singapore, a wholly globalized economy that imports around 90% of its food and even its drinking water, and which uses less than 1% of its land area for agriculture. Thanks to the diversification of its food sources, in 2015, Singapore was ranked the second most food-secure country in the world by the Economist Intelligence Unit. That's the difference trade can make to food security. Where would you rather live?